Have you ever set goals and then realised that they're more difficult to achieve than you first thought? Today I want to speak to you a bit about goal setting and how you can make your goals a bit easier to achieve. My name is Chris McCulloch from the Bookkeepers Alliance, and today we're going to look at not just goal setting but how you achieve your goals. So the problem with achieving your goals is quite often that we have two different people inside us. We have our present self and our future self. Now in the future we're all really good people. We all exercise more, we all get more clients, we all go to networking, but the problem is that our present self can be lazy. So quite a lot of the time we know what we need to do for our future self and to make life better for our future self, but in the present we don't often want to do that. So the problem comes with how do we make our present self do not what's in the best interest of our present self, but in the best interest of our future self and the future of our business, of our life in general. So if you have a think about it, my goal might be that I want to have 10 new clients within the next 6 months. So that's a smart goal. It's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's realistic, and it's timely. I want to have 6 new clients within the next 6 months. And part of that is that I need to go to networking meetings and I need to start to build relationships. So the networking meetings are at 7 in the morning, and I am not a morning person, but present me knows that to make my business better, then future me has to go to these meetings at 7 o'clock in the morning. The problem is that present me is quite happy to plan for future me, but when future me becomes present me, so it's 6 o'clock in the morning when I've set my alarm, present me is all determined that future me is going to go to this networking meeting at 7. But when future me becomes present me, it's 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, when my alarm rings, suddenly I'm not the kind of person that goes to networking meetings. So this is the problem that we often have when we set goals. We need to build into those goals what we foresee the problems are going to be. Now the really good thing is that we know ourselves, so we know what potential excuses that our future self will make to avoid doing this. So what we can do is we can use something called a Ulysses contract. Now if you remember from mythology, Ulysses wanted to hear the singing of the sirens, but he knew that if he heard the singing, then he would want to steer the boat into the rocks and kill himself and all the sailors. So what he did was understanding the problems that future him would face when he became present him and would hear the sirens and would want to steer the boat towards the rocks. He got his sailors to tie him to the mast so he could hear the sirens sing, but he couldn't take any action. He knew what his weakness would be, so he did something to combat that, and he also made the sailors put wax in their ears so that they couldn't hear his pleading, nor could they hear the siren call. So how can we use these Ulysses contracts or Ulysses pacts to make it easier for us to achieve our goals? So that might be that when we decide that we're going to get up at 6 to go to this networking meeting at 7, that instead of putting our phone with the alarm next to our bed, we put it at the other end of the room. Therefore we need to get out of bed to go over to switch the alarm off, so we therefore are up and more chance of going to the networking meeting. And now the same is true if your goal is perhaps a personal goal. So if you want to be healthier, you could buy a cake at the supermarket or a packet of biscuits and promise yourself that you'll only eat one. Myself, I know my failing, so what do? I don't buy the biscuits. If it's a Ulysses contract, I know that I'm going to have difficulty not eating a whole packet of biscuits, so I don't buy them. So how can you use this Ulysses pact in your business to help you achieve your goals? If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like below and subscribe to our channel, therefore you'll be able to get first access to our future videos. And if you have a friend that you think this video might be useful for, then please feel free to send the link to them.